Hello, everyone. Welcome to Success Stories Show, Season 1, Episode 2. The poor boy who built Africa's first car brand. The innocent story from poverty to Nigeria's first car factory. They said nothing good can come from a poor village boy. They said Nigeria could never build her own cars. But one man refused to believe that lie. This is not just a story about success. It's a story about faith, resilience, and national pride. The story of a man who rose from poverty, limited education, and rejection to build Africa's first indigenous car manufacturing company. His name is Innocent Ifediaso Chukwuma, the founder of Innocent Motors, the pride of Nigeria. And today, his story will remind you that no dream is too big when your heart refuses to quit. Innocent Chukwuma was born in October 1961, the youngest of 6 children in a humble family in Umudim, Nnewi, Anambra State, a town known for its traders and tinkerers. Education was important, but life was hard. Innocent went to a local primary school. He wasn't born with connections. He didn't have access to big city opportunities. What he had was curiosity, handwork, and faith. In 1978, Dr. Innocent Chukwuma first realized he had a natural flair for business while helping out in his elder brother's chemist shop. He started from the very bottom as a helper. No salary, no prestige, just pure learning. That same year, he began learning the trade under Chief Romanus Eze Onwuka, who at the time dominated the motorcycle spare parts market in Nnewi. He spent long days moving parts, watching how customers negotiated, how traders calculated profits, and how markets breathed. Those dusty days at the market became his university. Every motorcycle part he lifted became a lesson in business. By 1979, only 6 months into his training, he returned to work with his elder brother, Chief Gabriel Chukwuma, who set up Gabros International Limited, specifically for motorcycle spare parts trading. He entrusted Dr. Chukwuma with 3,000 naira as a starting capital and allowed him to run the new business independently. In 1981, strengthened by years of dedication and experience, an additional 20,000 naira was given to him by his brother, so he stepped out to establish his own motorcycle spare parts enterprise. But life, as always, had a test waiting. From the late 1980s, Nigeria's economy had become unpredictable. Import duties skyrocketed. Foreign exchange became scarce. People's goods got stuck at the ports. Many lost everything. Friends told him to quit, but Innocent didn't. That was his turning point. In 1982, he formally registered Innocent Nigeria Limited, which initially focused on retailing tires and motorcycle parts at Nkwo Nnewi in Anambra State. As local suppliers struggled due to rigid economic policies imposed by the military government, he expanded his search for partners abroad and traveled to Asia in 1984 to secure reliable foreign manufacturers. In 1987, Innocent Nigeria Limited made a significant breakthrough by importing the first Jingchen motorcycles from China, affordable models comparable to Suzuki and Yamaha, providing Nigerians with a cost-effective alternative to expensive Japanese brands. By 1995, the progress culminated in the establishment of a full automated motorcycle assembly plant in Nnewi, making it the first truly indigenous motorcycle manufacturing operation in the country. Soon, his products flooded the market. He was solving real Nigerian problems with Nigerian hands. By the early 2000s, Innocent's company had become a household name in motorbike parts. But he wasn't done. he saw another problem: limited availability of plastic products in the country. So, in 2002, the group diversified by creating Innocent Technical and Industrial Limited, which has since grown into Nigeria's largest plastic production company with more than 150 product lines. That same year, Innocent transformed the market again by cutting the price of a brand new motorcycle from about 150,000 naira to 60,000 naira, effectively pushing used Tokunbo motorcycles out of mainstream demand. Within years, Innocent motorcycles dominated the market, but there was still one mountain left to climb, and this one would test everything he had ever learned. Chief Innocent decided to build Innocent Vehicle Manufacturing. People laughed. Some said, no Nigerian can build a car factory, but he believed differently. Finally, in February 2009, the long-anticipated leap into automobile manufacturing became a reality when Innocent Vehicle Manufacturing Company Limited (IVM) produced the first ever made-in-Nigeria vehicle in Nnewi. He built Innocent Vehicle Manufacturing (IVM) in Nnewi with the vision of making durable, affordable cars for Africans by Africans. By 2010, the first Innocent vehicles rolled out: buses, SUVs, and trucks made right here on Nigerian soil. He had done what many thought was impossible. The poor boy from Umudim had become a national industrialist, a symbol of innovation, courage, and pride. Today, Innocent Motors stands as Africa's first indigenous car manufacturing brand, employing thousands, inspiring millions, proving that the African dream is not a myth, it's a mission. From poverty to power, from limitations to legacy, Innocent Chukwuma's story is proof that success doesn't come from what you have, but from what you do with what you have. Here are his lessons. Don't curse your humble beginning. It may be your training ground. 2. When doors close, build your own doors. And never let anyone convince you that it can't be done until you've tried. Because, like Innocent showed the world, dreams made in Nigeria can move the world. The success stories show, inspiring greatness, one story at a time. To help us create more videos like this, please subscribe, like, share this video. Someone needs this story today. See you next time.